Hello everyone, thank you for coming to me and Tiffany's gender reveal party. Now the way that we're doing this is that if the balloon under this cloth is blue, it's a boy, and if it's pink, it's a girl. Okay guys? 3, 2, 1. What? Why is it white? That's not a gender. I'm sorry, I didn't know how to tell you. I cheated on you with an alien. Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's right. That baby's mine. Your wife is gonna have awesome alien babies instead of stupid human ones.
Wait. So, aliens are like real?
Yeah, aren't... Shouldn't you be more worried about me sleeping with your wife, though?
My wife? Oh, yeah. Okay, so she's rich, so I was just gonna divorce her anyways to take half her money. So I don't really mind.
Oh, okay, cool. You wanna play Fortnite or something?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's go.
Cool. Okay.
Gender reveal parties. They've been ridiculed for almost as long as they've been around. Expecting parents will set up a party where they first learn about the gender of their new child. It has become such a popular thing, in fact, that even movies are using it in their marketing.
1, 2, 3!
Yeah, all right!
This child is his way.
Which honestly, I find that kind of clever. But I mean, regardless, gender reveal parties are a massive phenomenon. And while I'm sure it could have and probably has been done before, it's not really that crazy of an idea. The first real recorded time of it happening was in 2008. Coming home after watching this brand new hit movie, Twilight, you shove your iPhone 3G into your pocket and hop onto the family computer. While scrolling an online blog site titled Chicago Now, you find a blog named High Gloss and Sauce. It's written by an expecting mother, 28-year-old Jenna Carvinides. You read that after several unfortunate miscarriages, her pregnancy has finally progressed to the point where her child's gender can be known. To celebrate, she baked a simple, innocent cake, and during a get-together with her family, she cut it open to reveal pink frosting, signifying that she was having a girl. And little did she know that in just 12 years, this cute little trend that she started would become something monstrous, coming to the point of burning down 23,000 acres in California. We will talk about that, but this was obviously an event that Jenna never had in mind when she started this. She never even really knew that she would be the originator of this whole gender reveal party trend. And it really sucks, to be honest, right? Because what started off as her celebrating finally getting to the point in her pregnancy to know what gender her child is, recently it has turned into just the complete opposite of that. Okay, there's no more celebration. It's all about trying to get attention. The internet has become a place where these expecting parents will use their not even born yet children as a way to try and get attention and, get praise. It is honestly just that small vocal crowd of god-awful parents who just ruin the fun for everyone else because they try and take it too far. Now, I'd like to go over a couple examples of these gender reveal parties that just take it way too far. We're gonna start off with some more mellow ones that honestly are more funny than anything. I mean, I honestly would not be opposed to being invited to one of these. But then we will transition to some of the more problematic and just straight up illegal ones that have costed people a lot of money. Okay, this first one, the parents started off by pulling down a trailer entrance where the traditional pink bomb bursts from it. And so we know that it's a girl, but there's a little bit more to this clip than meets the eye, okay? Because this man just comes absolutely busting out of the trailer, fully covered in pink paint and even sporting a diaper, just being a big baby. This truly is just how you throw a gender reveal party the right way. Because once that child grows up into a full adult, which story are you going to want to tell them? The one about how you spent $20,000 on fireworks, or the one where you had a man dress up as a big baby and run around? The answer to that one is pretty obvious, okay? I want to tell my kids about how I had a big baby run around for a party all about them. But I've got to tell you something, okay? When we're looking at absurd and ridiculous gender reveal parties, nothing can really even come close to this next one. It starts off strong where, similar to the last one, they have a man dressed up in pink paint, but this time they have another man dressed up in blue paint. But what is better than two men covered in paint? Pause! That is exactly right. You put the two men into a ring and make them fight WWE style, baby! Whichever color wins the battle is the one that the child's gender is. They throw each other a couple punches, right? And then it looks like it's over with the pink guy on top of the blue one, looking like he's gonna win. That is until this happens.
1, 2, oh!
The blue guy wins, revealing they're having a son. This is the most over-the-top and ridiculous way you could ever do a gender reveal party. And I'm gonna be honest, this is beautiful, man. This is real art. Throw away every Picasso piece. Throw away the Mona Lisa. We don't need any of that trash. All right, just put up pictures of this fight, okay? Honestly, brought a tear to my eye. Hello, cutting in for 5 seconds here just to say that we have a Discord now in the description. Join if you'd like to.
Okay, thank you.
There's also these two clips where they're at what seems like, you know, typical parties. And what makes it funny is just completely accidental, because instead of securing the one thing that's supposed to tell you the gender of the child, you know, what's supposed to be like the most important thing about the party, both clips have it attached to basically nothing, and it just flies away.
Yeah, hit it! Oh, hit it hard! Not her! Oh, no!
What do you even do in that situation? Like, unless you have a backup balloon, is the only course of action, like, the person who knew what gender the child was and, like, got the balloon for you? Are they just supposed to say, like, yeah, you're having a boy? Talks about the balloon, by the way. I'm sorry, man. Is that it? Like, that's really funny to me. But regardless of it not being, like, the perfect moment, they're still having fun, right? Which is what these parties should be. They should be fun, which is not what this person decided to do, because they ended up destroying the whole party because they didn't want to have another girl.
Will you destroy your gender reveal because you didn't want another girl?
Oh, she really mad. It's okay. I didn't think she was for real.
Which is just, like, really embarrassing for you. If you were secretly hoping to have a boy because you already have a couple girls or whatever, fine. Like, it's still weird, but you do you. The issue of this is that when the gender did get revealed and it wasn't what you wanted, you ended up acting like a 4-year-old. This is meant to be a party, a celebration of the craziest thing that humans can do, bringing another life into this world, and you decided to selfishly completely ruin the moment and just make that party a bad memory for everyone. Because, like, even if you didn't get exactly what you wanted, you're still having a baby. You are having a child. You are having a kid. That is still a great thing. I feel like you're unfit to be a parent if this is how you're gonna act. This is the example that you are showing to the kids at this party. And she's teaching them that it's okay to act like this when you don't get what you want. That is just not a good thing to teach your kids. Now, this lady is making me so mad. So one more thing, and then I'm moving on, okay? Imagine that kid growing up. When she gets old enough to see this video and understand that, oh, mommy's mad at me. She's mad because I'm not a boy. She's mad that I'm not good enough. That's what she's gonna be thinking. That is just gonna make her feel so awful and so unloved. And, like, all the parent had to do was just lie and say, oh, this is awesome, hooray, even if you weren't all that happy about it. But you're deciding to make your kid feel bad. Why? I don't know. I don't know anything about this family. I could be wrong, okay? That's my take on it. That's how I feel. I kind of want to do something maybe a little bit later. So here's this guy almost getting his hand chopped off by an alligator.
this party going.
This has to be the most Florida thing I've ever seen. He's trying to get this alligator to chomp onto this watermelon, which will then reveal the gender of their child. And once he finally gets the alligator to do it correctly, it reveals that it's blue and it's a boy. But this is the most unsatisfying reveal I've ever seen. After like all of the effort that the dude went through to try and get the alligator to chomp down, the like half a second instant reveal was so unsatisfying. Like if you're gonna do something this stupid and this reckless, at least to make it something that looks cool. Nobody wants to watch you manhandle this poor alligator, man. Come on. Next, we're getting kind of farther. Okay, this is where it's completely 100% illegal to do these things. That alligator one was probably illegal too, actually, now that I think about it. But I don't know, this one is just a lot worse than that. Now this couple, I don't know how this idea was brought up and they didn't know it was so obviously illegal, because what they did was pour a bunch of blue dye into a waterfall to announce that they're having a son. Now, I'm going to try and give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I'm going to assume that they're using pond dye. It's actually supposed to keep ponds and lakes healthy. Well, first of all, how do you know it will actually do that? I mean, maybe they asked the government and the government said it was okay. Well, this stunt actually ended up getting them investigated by the government. So I'm assuming they probably didn't. And so maybe the pond dye did help, but without explicit permission and like without completely knowing it will, it could do harm that you don't realize, right? Especially since this waterfall is actually a part of the Kiema River, which supplies water to the nearby town of Tangera da Serra. So it really just doesn't look good for this couple. And the mindset that they have to possibly poison this entire town's water supply, all because they're having a child, is crazy to me. And what's crazier is that, like, if they're doing this, they clearly don't care about having the child. They care about getting the attention from having the child. That is so weird. Like, what? I don't get it. Now, they did actually end up getting fined for 10,000 Brazilian reals, which is only about 2,000 US dollars, which, like, honestly, that seems like barely a slap on the wrist. If you're able to afford dyeing an entire waterfall, I feel like you probably have $2,000 you can just spend and not really care about. But it was found out that they didn't really affect the water too much, which, you know, that's good, right? The town is still fine. Everything's good. I feel like maybe a bit more of a fine would have been good, but I don't know. It's all's well that ends well, you know? Now, this is where I'm gonna get a little bit more serious, because not that the other ones haven't been bad, but at least as far as I know, they haven't killed anyone. But these next ones that I'm gonna talk about, unfortunately, people have died. This first one, there is this horrible event that occurred where we don't really know too much of the details because not a lot of it was released, but a woman in Iowa ended up dying because of a gender reveal party. Now, not much was said about this woman, but we do know that it was because of an explosion that happened, which once again, we also don't know why the explosion happened or what it was for or really anything. But I do think that this just kind of shows that you don't need to do what everyone on the internet is doing and make it some big crazy thing with massive explosions. You can just have fun. Just have a fun get together with your friends and family and don't risk somebody dying. This next one is probably the most infamous and heartbreaking thing to ever be related to gender reveal parties. This is, of course, the El Dorado fire that happened in California during 2019. Because of what this couple chose to do as the way to reveal the gender of their child, they ended up burning down almost 23,000 acres of land, causing $42 million in damages, injuring 12 people, and even killing one firefighter, Charles Morton. This was an awful event that unfortunately only occurred because of this trend. The couple who caused all of this decided it would be an ingenious idea to put what was basically just a bomb in the middle of a forest and shoot it. It is hard to see within the massive explosion that happens, but there is some blue smoke that can be made out, meaning that they had a boy, and also $1.8 million to pay in restitution. So that's not so awesome. Now, the lady that I talked about a little bit at the beginning of this video, who's kind of credited as the creator of this trend, Jenna Carvunities, actually spoke about this event on her Facebook page. And what she said sums up pretty well what I think as well. Stop it. Stop having these stupid parties. For the love of God, stop burning down things to tell everyone about your kid's penis. Which is true. Nobody cares about your kid's gender except you and your family. And so because of that, these parties shouldn't involve anybody but you and your family. And regardless of all of the terrible, terrible outcomes, the true unsung part of this story is all of the times that it's actually gone well. All of the parties where everybody actually just had a great and fun time, and where the gender reveal was just an excuse to get everyone together. There are many gender reveal parties where people had a great time and it was fun for everybody. The bad ones that I talked about today, that's just a small fraction. Most people just want to have fun and not selfishly destroy stuff for attention. Now, I've heard plenty about how much hurt these selfish party throwers can cause, but I had never heard Jenna's story before I started researching for this video. And that's really sad to me. It is just really, really, really gross how disgustingly morphed her heartwarming party with her family in 2008 has become today. Because let's be honest here. The real issue isn't the gender reveal parties themselves. If you want to have a fun get together with your friends and family because you love doing it, then by all means go and do it. Having a child is a big thing. Make the process of it as fun as possible and get as many positive memories out of it as you possibly can. The real issue, you know, other than the attention seeking and the clout chasing and all those other things, is when the gender of their child actually matters to them. That's when you get disappointed reactions from parents wishing they had a girl and not a boy. The gender of your child is pretty much completely random. And maybe this is a bit mean, but I believe that you're not fit to be a parent if you're gonna get all pissy and all pouty because your child's gender isn't what you are hoping for. You are bringing brand new life into this world. You're gonna see him off as he walks into his brand new school for the first time, or bring her home from her very last soccer game of the season. You're gonna be creating beautiful and special moments that can never be recreated. Moments of indescribable love only between you and your child. And so I ask you this, right? Why does it matter what gender that child is? Why does it matter what is between their legs? Why does it matter what pronouns they go by? If the gender of your child in any way changes how much you love them or how much you care about them, you are not fit to be a parent. And as Jenna once said, we don't need to get our joy by giving others pain. Let's just have a cake. Thank you for watching.